And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
How did Houdini make that elephant disappear? Fascinating stuff. Harry Houdini, or well, that was at least his stage name, is one of the most interesting magicians I think that ever lived. I've read many biographies of him, and I find him a fascinating figure. And so when I found that ThinkFun had made a puzzle about him, I was very intrigued. ThinkFun makes a lot of different puzzle-style things. We have their Rush Hour, which is probably the most famous, but they've made many other ones. And this one had a unique look that I had never seen before. Let me show you what this game looks like, or puzzle. Alright, let's see what comes in this kit here. We have Houdini here, which is a plastic piece to his body, and then these long legs, which are felt. And they actually snap off because some of the tricks only use the upper part of Houdini. You don't need his legs at all. Then the game also comes with ropes. These are these nice stretchy ropes. They can still get tangled, these ropes, but they're not yarn. They're pretty good, and again, they have that nice spring to them. And then you get this ring here, and then this barrel, which acts as a ring. There is a lock, and then there's this base here. And then finally, we have a book, which gives us the instructions and shows you how you can tie Houdini up. Now, actually, there are two things. First of all, in the rules, it tells you online are a way. Basically, there's a video that shows you how to do it. Okay, it shows you how to hook them up. There's also a video that shows you the solution, which don't look at those unless you're a cheater. I would never do that. So, for example, in the very first one here, and I'm not going to show you how to do it, but I'm going to show you a little bit here. We need to get Houdini's legs back on because no one should walk around without their legs. It's kind of a bad thing to do to forget them. So we have these here, and then we attach the one here like this, and then we put this through his legs like that, through here, and attach this ring here on the end. And now this ring here, as you see, keeps that from coming through there. And so the goal of this is to get Houdini. The goal is always to free Houdini. Now in this instance, you can free him. Now obviously you can unhook these clasps, but you're not allowed to do that. To free him without hooking these clasps. Now you might be looking at this already knowing how to do it. I took a much longer time than that. You can squish him up, you can twist him around, you can do whatever you want, but he never has to be forced. And so each one will get progressively more challenging. So here we have some of the advanced ones. You can see here now that he has the two ropes, and this string goes through that, the tire over here goes through the ring, and there's a lock attached to the end, and he has to get off of all of them. And so, you know, they get much harder, but even the beginning ones aren't that easy. So that's how it works. This is the most unique puzzle that I've gotten, I think. I mean, I've seen a lot of different puzzles, you know, the roll marbles down chutes, shoot lasers, the Rubik's Cube, things like that. But this one, it's not often that a puzzle has a strong theme. Well, I guess Rush Hour does. But this one, it just came to life. You could see Houdini trying to get out of the ropes and the chains and around the corners. I don't know how to explain it, and it just had a very unique, innovative look and was something fresh and interesting in this puzzle genre. I enjoyed that. I also enjoyed the fact that it was hard. Usually these puzzle ones, the very first one's easy. Well, maybe you think this one's easy too, but I did not. And as it goes along, they get harder and harder. Although it's interesting because as you figure out how to solve each one, you kind of like use those lessons you've learned to help solve the ones farther down the road. This is neato. I'm very impressed with this one. I highly recommend it. The Houdini Master of Escape Brainteaser from ThinkFun, A+ in my book. Dice Tower Judgment into my collection.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool Stuff, in stock. Check them out at coolstuffinc.com.
Shut the door?